trying to do this. I have enough for the eyes actually. I just want the eyes, honestly. As long as I get the eyes, I'm set. I think. Right? I don't know. What if I want something else? This makeup is kind of jank on my character, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't really... Okay, I don't like the animation that much. It feels kind of short. It feels like it ends too soon. That's just me, though. I feel like it should go on longer. But anyways, I was talking about how the makeup looks messed up on my character. Like, I like the eyeshadow, but the lipstick, I know they do this because they wanted to kind of blend in with the skin, but since I have darker skin, it looks a little off, on my character. It's not the worst makeup I've ever seen, but you know, if I'm gonna pay for stuff, I need it to look very good on my character and not okay, or that's good enough, because this shit is not cheap. Anyways, I'm gonna get the eyes later, maybe. I just wanted some eyes that weren't bright blue. I want some darker shades. Okay. Gotta come on my little adventure to watch me do my dailies and make a wish here. Okay, let me go and read this story now, because that's what I came here to do. I'm gonna try my best to read smoothly, but reading out loud is not my strong suit. Where am I now? I clearly remember lying on my bed in the bedroom and reading a book. It was Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. Sorry to interrupt your soliloquy, but I must remind you that this isn't just a story. Startled by the sudden voice, only then did I realize that standing behind me is Mr. Rabbit. You may address me however you like, but for now, please follow me somewhere. You're the White Rabbit in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. It was you who led Alice into the rabbit hole, but for some reason, he doesn't look like the White Rabbit in my memory. To me, I am a unique presence in this place, but to you, you will meet many different White Rabbits in what you folks would call parallel worlds. Also, it's not like I intentionally took Alice away. More accurately, it was her curiosity that drew her to the rabbit hole. In any case, no matter which version of the fairy tale you have heard, I suggest you forget it as soon as possible, or should I say, forget them. I was about to ask the reason, but Mr. Rabbit suddenly stops in his tracks, almost causing me to accidentally kick him in his shoulder. Oh, he's like really tiny. I thought he was the same size. I don't know why I thought he was the same size as the MC. Oh my goodness. We have arrived. Okay. We are where are we? I don't know. We're gonna see. I haven't read the story, by the way. I just unlocked everything so I could read it later. Please come over here. He walks towards one of the doors and takes out a brass key from his suit pocket. He inserts the key into the keyhole and gently turns it. The door, which is the same height as him, slowly opens. I think the scene... Wait, I gotta say it with a pause. I think the scene behind the door can answer questions earlier. His subtle pause gives me a bad feeling. I was not subtle. Surely I'll see a pool of tears, an animal rates, a crazy tea party, or Alice herself. Huh? Oh, I was just as surprised when I first saw it. I hear Mr. Rabbit's voice behind me, but I have no time to pay attention. If I'm not mistaken, this is Red Riding Hood? She got eaten by the big bad wolf? What? That's right, after this she will come back to life again. She will return as though she has forgotten everything that happened and go to give food to her sick grandma again. And she gets eaten by the big bad wolf again, repeating this loop over and over. How is that possible? How could Red Riding Hood be in the rabbit hole? Besides, Red Riding Hood is clearly saved by a hunter in the fairy tale, right? Although I'm not exactly sure what happens, I'm just as confused as you are. If this kind of situation only happens in one rabbit hole, it could be explained away as an accident. Please come and take a look here. While speaking, Mr. Rabbit once again takes out a key and opens another nearby door. I temporarily suppress my surprise, repeating the process from earlier. I walk over and crouch down. It's Sleeping Beauty. Is that how you folks address her? She doesn't even have a name. In another rabbit hole, Sleeping Beauty is sleeping in a castle filled with brambles. It's as quiet as a painting. Where is the prince who kisses her awake? Prince? I've never seen one. Ever since she came to the rabbit hole, she's been sleeping, and brambles have kept everyone away. Could it be that the prince hasn't arrived yet? Perhaps we have to wait a little longer. But we don't have time to wait anymore. The rabbit hole needs to be restored as soon as possible. I completely understand how you feel, but in the fairy tale, suddenly I remember what Mr. Rabbit said when I fell into the rabbit hole. No matter which version of the fairy tale you have heard, I suggest you forget it as soon as possible. Mr. Rabbit then walks towards another door. Behind the door is Snow White lying in a glass coffin. Okay. So, Red Riding Hood, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White. Without a doubt, there are no 7 dwarfs here, nor a prince. It is just her poisoned to death by the wicked queen's poison apple. I'm lost in thought, and Mr. Rabbit takes out a key from his pocket. I'm not gonna lie, Twisted Wonderland is just running in the back of my head while I'm reading this. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? Did they make special backgrounds for this? Just this story? The door, like, yeah, the doors are like low. Huh. Please don't worry, this is the last one. Are you ready? Please don't worry. I am worried. Without waiting for my answer, Mr. Rabbit pulls the wooden door open. Sunlight rushes through the opening like a waterfall. Oh my goodness, Cinderella. Oh, we got Cinderella too. She's crying. She won't cry for long. She'll continue cleaning from morning till night in a little while. Having lost the pumpkin carriage and beautiful dance shoes, it seems she can no longer attend the ball. His voice seems to carry an incomprehensible confusion. Tell me, what do you want me to do? I initially thought that once these... Alright, I'll refer to them as fairy tales for now. Once these fairy tales' predetermined endings are achieved, their loop will end. Just like when the curtains are drawn after the end of a play, the people on stage will disappear, and our lives will return to normal. So I hope you'll use your strength to intervene in their loops. As long as the stories can smoothly reach their conclusion, we can break these loops. So Miss Gifty, I'm counting on you now. Okay? Easy. These fairy tales fill my childhood, and I've dreamed of wearing beautiful dancing shoes one day or playing in the countryside. They accompanied me through many ignorant and naive years. Perhaps now is the opportunity to thank them. If I become the fairy godmother, the hunter, the 7 dwarfs, and the person who wakes up Sleeping Beauty, will each story be able to run its course? Although I don't know these people you speak of, I think you already have an idea. But I have one question. Ask away, the rabbit hole welcomes curiosity. These doors are also too small. There's no way I can fit through them with my height unless you drink this. He picks up one of the glass bottles on the cabinet and hands it to me, containing a clear and transparent liquid. I remember this. It's a magical drink that Alice had. Thinking of Alice seems to give me courage. No longer hesitating, I drink it in one gulp. Almost instantly, the scene in front of me undergoes a marvelous transformation. The doors that are impossible to enter become bigger, and the chandelier draws farther away from me. How amazing! How amazing! That sounded so like fake cheering. Why choose to have me help the rabbit hole? Perhaps I can't do anything at all. No, I did not choose you. Mr. Rabbit gently pushes his monocle again, and the reflection from the lens blocked his line of sight. It was you who chose the rabbit hole. You know, I've been trying to read. Well, I'm trying to get back into reading books and stuff, like actual novels. And now that I'm reading this, I'm like, maybe I should, read the actual original stories of these fairy tales. Instead of, like, I only really know the Disney versions, except for Cinderella. Cinderella, I've read, like, a few passages when I was younger in school. You know. There's like different versions. They have like the Grimm brothers one, I think. I read that part of that one in school, and that was kind of, I don't know. I just remember the stepsister having to cut her heel off, or her toe or something to put her foot inside the glass, and there was like blood everywhere. I hate. Well, I don't. Ever since they changed the makeups to be on the actual characters' faces, I have to just press through because I can't see. I can't see it. Let's be real, I can't see it. It's too small for me. Like, I could do it if I strain my eyes, but like, do I really want to do that? I just click instead. I just click through and hope I eventually find something I like. Also, this is the Swan Lake one, right? This makeup used to look so bad on my freaking on my character, but after the doll update, the doll customization update, they like fixed it and now it actually looks good on my character. Oh my god, this makeup would drive me crazy seeing it. That was like the one free makeup that came in the store. By the way, why don't they give more makeups? Like, why was Swan Lake the only makeup they did? I mean, only story where they gave you a makeup with the outfit. I don't know why they just didn't keep at that, but yeah, now this looks good on my character, which makes me happy. But it took so long to get to this point. Okay, this is fine. When I pass through the wooden door, it feels as though I'm stepping into a completely new world. At this moment, I'm standing in the kitchen of Cinderella's house, watching her cry as she sits in front of the ash-filled fireplace. She is so absorbed in crying that she remains unaware of the fire, which is dangerously close to scorching the hem of her skirt. Ma'am, may I please borrow one of my sister's dressers? Just for one day. The girl has invited the girl. The girl has invited everyone. That girl. The prince has invited all the girls in the city to the ball. It would be rude if one of father's daughters failed to show up. At the ball. You don't have to worry at all. You didn't attend the first night of the ball last night, and nobody asked about you. But there's no need to argue about this. I'm doing this for your own good. Cinderella. I quietly step out from the shadows. Oh, are you a guest? Cinderella hastily wipes away her tears with her sleeve, unintentionally smudging her face. She leans against the wall and straightens herself. I apologize, that was impolite. The living room is just ahead. Let me show you the way. No, I came to find you. You're looking for me? Yes, I am. A sudden idea strikes me. It was your fairy godmother who sent me here. She had an urgent matter and couldn't make it, so she requested that I help you. Fairy godmother? Oh my goodness, I knew she wouldn't abandon me. She spins around in place, looking at me with anticipation. But don't worry, I've already come up with a solution. Your solution, it must involve magic as well, right? Do you need me to help you find pumpkins again? No, there's absolutely no need for that. My magic is quite unique. I wink at her, extend both hands, and sway from side to side. This is my magic. And as long as you're willing, you can acquire this magic too. What? Okay. Okay. I don't know what that was. I was just imagining her just doing a weird dance. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, how did I not think of that just now? Sewing is what I'm good at. You can't blame yourself for that after all. After all this, are you gonna sew a dress before the ball tonight? What? Like, I mean, I know she's good, but wouldn't that take, like, doesn't sewing dresses take, like, I mean, I guess if it's a simple dress, but I feel like it would take a day, like, multiple days. After all, that's how you were written in the story. Those words were on the tip of my tongue, but I stopped myself from saying them. After all, people tend to overlook things when they are distressed, right? The scissors, needle, and thread we require can all be found in Cinderella's room. Working together, I guess if it's two people, it's possible, maybe? I don't know anything about sewing, to be honest. Working together, the dress quickly takes shape. That looks like a complicated dress to do in a day. It's done. What do you think? Since there's no mirror in Cinderella's room, I hold a tray I found in the kitchen while she holds the newly made dress against herself. The fabric of the dress doesn't have the same shine as yesterday's, and the stitches are a bit uneven, but it's beautiful. Tears glisten in her eyes. Forgive me for being so emotional. I don't know how else to put it, but it's special. This dress is a gift for my soul. It's good so far. Ah, I like the. I don't know if this is whoa, slow down. I don't know if it's a change in the actual from the actual original story because I've never read the full story. I think, but it does sound like they did take some like liberties, do a little changes here and there, but it's not like bad changes. It just makes the story like a little unique. By the end of this, I'm just gonna be fucking. Whoa, bad word. Sorry. I'm gonna be tripping over my words and stuff from talking too long. I find some clean fabric. Oh. Then go to the kitchen to grab a bottle of alcohol before returning to Cinderella's room. I look at the scene before me and it feels like the story has returned to the beginning. What happened? Where's your dress? Why is there only a bow left? Just a moment ago, of course this happens. We spent all that time on the fucking dress and she just takes it? Okay. Just a moment ago, my stepmother came by. Cinderella is crying once again, tightly clutching the bow in her hand. She said the dress was definitely suit my stepsister. It's all over now. Nah. We should just beat her up. Just jump her. This is too much. There's nothing more disheartening than having hope and then having it shattered. A flurry of excitement can be heard in the courtyard as Cinderella's stepmother and stepsister set off in a magnificent carriage. No, there's only 1 hour left until the ball. Not even the real fairy godmother can remedy this. Is this fairy tale heading towards another bad ending? Cinderella. Forget about the dress and glass slippers. What do you mean? Just go to the ball as yourself. If the prince only likes you for your extravagant clothes and the status they represent, then he doesn't deserve you. Cinderella frowns as if she's struggling to process my words. Are you suggesting that I should go to the ball like this? I should just go to the ball like this tonight? So it turns out that as long as I like myself for who I am, it's enough for me to do whatever I want. Well, she accepted that pretty quickly. As the words sink in, it feels like the air itself is trembling slightly. Not me trying to be like, oh, this story doesn't make any sense. It's just like, whoa, wish I could do that fast. Sometimes doing shit like that usually takes months at the very least. In an instant, I am no longer a part of Cinderella's story, and I don't get to see how it ends. Are you serious? But I want to see how it ends! Oh, what the hell? Okay. Like, is that gonna be like that for all the stories? I want to know how it ends. You seem dissatisfied, yeah. But I can't help but wonder, will the prince truly accept such a Cinderella? That's what I'm wondering. Why are you doing this? I finally snapped back to reality and gazed directly at Mr. Rabbit in front of me. I know you're not doing it, but like, why are you doing it? You mean, I was fortunate enough to see her on the first night of the ball. Even though her dance steps were a bit rusty, she shone brighter than any expensive jewel. She lost her mother, has an indifferent father, and she has been oppressed by her stepmother and stepsisters for quite some time. Cinderella's greatest need isn't a fancy dress, a pumpkin carriage, or glass slippers, but rather self-awareness and belief in herself. Perhaps Cinderella doesn't even bother going to the prince now? I regain my focus and answer Mr. Rabbit's question. Perhaps she will leave her family behind to make a living by making clothes, and even become a renowned designer? Even if she chooses the previous ending to live happily ever after with the prince, there's nothing wrong with that. Regardless of the choice, this is her own story and she has the power over her own fate. That's why we didn't see the story's ending, because ultimately it doesn't really matter. That sounds intriguing and unconventional. It seems like you're more eager than I am to see the outcome, even though you just mentioned that I seem dissatisfied. I must admit I am indeed a little curious. The March Hare and the Mad Hatter said, the March Hare and the Mad Hatter are the hosts of the Mad Tea Party and Alice's story. They said we can't meddle with something like love, something that doesn't exist in the rabbit hole. So they suggest I arrest Cinderella's stepmother and stepsister and put them on trial. Okay, but I would love to see that though. I'd be down to see that. That would be interesting. The Mad Hatter even suggested we make the prince disappear. Unfortunately, none of those ideas work. Oh, the rabbit hole is indeed filled with endless curiosity. What the hell was that? I was like, what the hell? I was like, huh? The sound came before the actual fucking thing happened, so I was like, huh? Before I can before I can respond, a piercing scream suddenly. Maybe it should have played on this fucking page instead of on this on this dialogue instead. Even though I know a Red Riding Hood won't actually I decide before me still sends shivers down my spine. Yep, she's being swallowed whole by the bear. What is happening? Oh my god, did you not try to save her? We can't give... In Cinderella's story, we can't give her the prince's love, but in the case of Red Riding Hood, anyone can become the hunter. We did, but even if we manage to kill this wolf, another beast will just take its place in the forest. No matter how many of them we kill, wild beasts of all sorts would still appear and devour her. Jeez. Maybe she gotta teach her how to use a freaking gun, I guess. Mr. Rabbit, or, how to, swing a sword. Mr. Rabbit explains as if he has read my mind. Why would that happen? Well, even the Mad Hatter and the March Hare are at a loss. Well, the story obviously doesn't want you to just kill the wolf for her. So I guess she has to figure out how to fight for herself, maybe? Or be more vigilant? I don't know. I don't know how you can be vigilant against wild beasts. So I guess you gotta learn how to fight. Red Riding Hood happily sets off with her basket, unaware of her fate from earlier. Even though she can return to life, the despair and pain of death will still repeat themselves. Sometimes this game... Like, I mean, I shouldn't be shocked. Because we've had games involving trafficking and stuff. This game's not afraid to, delve into darker topics and stuff. But, the idea of Red Riding Hood getting eaten over and over again, it's very morbid. And I don't know. Sometimes it just surprises me when this game goes into that territory because it just feels so not childish, because I wouldn't say that, but everything seems so bright and colorful most of the time, majority of the time. But yeah, as long as Red Riding Hood reaches her destination without getting eaten by the big bad wolf, the story will come to an end. After Cinderella's story, I'm filled with confidence. I feel like there's more to it though, like, cool, she made it through the stores, through the forest that one time. What about all the other times? She still has to go back home too. So, what if she needs to come through the woods again? It doesn't feel like a one-time thing. Red Riding Hood! She steps in her tracks, her eyes full of uncertainty. That face looks familiar. I've seen this face on a different character. I don't remember who. There's a big bad wolf lurking around here who only eats children. Red Riding Hood hesitates for a moment before revealing a puzzled expression. How's that possible? Why would someone only eat children? No, it's not a person. It's a wolf disguised as a person, and I'm worried you will. I've never heard such a thing, and my mom has never mentioned it either. We hurry to catch up, but along the way, no matter how much we try to persuade her, Red Riding Hood remains oblivious to the danger ahead until she reaches the finality of death once again. Oh, try again. Rewind! Ah! my gosh. Red Riding Hood ends up being devoured by the big bad wolf. Mr. Rabbit looked at me thoughtfully from the side, and I can't help but let out a sigh. Doesn't seem like this will work. It is quite evident. I should have realized it earlier. Red Riding Hood is different from Cinderella. Cinderella's experiences have already shaped her into a mature individual, but Red Riding Hood still has a limited grasp of the world. Fair? And she just casually reveals information to strangers. In fact, I've been wondering why simply killing the wolf doesn't solve the problem. In our world, we don't try to persuade those who have been harmed to stay away from danger. Shouldn't we capture these wild beasts and put them on trial? After all, they are the source of the problem. If warning her doesn't work, then we'll make Red Riding Hood realize the danger through stark reality. Are you suggesting that I dress up as a beast to scare her? Exactly. I'm surprised you actually understand what I'm going for. After all, the previous approaches were all completely out of the ordinary. Oh. Oh my god. The hat is it's kinda cute in a weird way. Miss Gifty. Oh my goodness, your disguise. Like a rabbit in wolf's clothing. Or like a rabbit in sheep's clothing. Mr. Rabbit adjusts the wolf head on top and straightens out the wolf paw gloves. There's paw gloves. Then he raises both hands above his head and makes a menacing gesture as if preparing to pounce on someone. Oh, woo. How is it? That was such a pitiful woo. Oh my god. Okay, cool. I can change my outfit. Ba ba ba. Okay, got that messed up makeup. Isn't that my Christmas makeup I got? And I hated it. I was like, the fuck? I don't care if it doesn't go. I already did it. I already perfected it. Okay. I perfected it the other day. So we're set. As the story progresses, we closely follow Red Riding Hood and witness a big bad wolf emerging from the shadows to block her path. This time, Red Riding Hood doesn't just freeze in her tracks. The moment she spots the big bad wolf, she lets out a scream and bolts away. She keeps running until she reaches her grandma's house, slamming the door shut behind her and her. We soon hear the sound of heavy objects being placed against the door. Okay, okay. Is the child getting wiser? She even knows how to barricade the door. You certainly brought her a sense of awareness that doesn't belong in this world. Just then I suddenly noticed the eerie silence around me. The insects have stopped chirping, and even the birds are silent. Realizing something, I quickly turn around. Perhaps acting on animal instinct, Mr. Rabbit is one step ahead of me. I knew it. Someone has been interfering with my plan. I've been watching that Red Riding Hood for a while. She's not even easily deceived, but now she's avoiding me at all costs. You must be the reason for that. There's no need to look around. No one's coming to save you. The villagers here are terrified of me, huh? Red Riding Hood, don't hurt them. Oh, the big bad wolf hesitates for a moment, then erupts into even more arrogant laughter. Okay. Ha, stop being so naive. Can you even hold the scissors steady? Your hands are trembling. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of freaking me out. And I'm only saying that this freaks me out because, like, if you know the actual, like, reason for the Red Riding Hood story, it, like, just adds a layer, layer to it that makes it more unnerving and uncomfortable reading this. Just a minute, deep down inside, you're actually afraid of me. I am afraid of you. But I won't let you harm anyone again. Whoa. Red Riding Hood's courage breaks through the fear enveloping her heart, and she decisively thrust the scissors into the into the big bad wolf's neck. She went straight for the fucking juggler. You underestimated your prey. How is this even possible? How could I be by you? That's crazy. I wasn't expecting her to stab him in the neck. What? The other beast seems to emerge from the distant forest. In other words, the grim loop has reached its end. Red Riding Hood has become the hunter of her own story. Red Riding Hood. I gently take the scissors from her hand. She looks at me with confusion as if just awakened from a dream. She wipes away the tears from the corner of her eyes with her blood-stained hand. Thank you. We should be the ones thanking you. It was your courage that saved us. Oh, I remember everything now. A long time ago you warned me about the big bad wolf, but I didn't take it to heart. Do we need to accompany her home? She has to go through the forest. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Rabbit speaks up to give us a timely reminder. I wonder if this incident will leave an emotional scar. There's no need for that. I can walk through the forest on my own. I can go wherever I want to go. She will stab somebody again if she has to. Nothing can stop me now. I've tasted I tasted the thrill of murder. Holy shit. Red Riding Hood was carefree in the original story, but she's not unable to ignore the shadows lurking in the forest. Is growing up a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, like, okay, this is a better way of putting it than what I was doing before, which was rambling and not getting to the point. But yeah, just when you know, like, the original intention of the story, that line just hits a little harder. It's kind of scary when you think about it, like, you get older and you can't have your parents always there to protect you from the dangers of the world. It's like, you gotta be vigilant. Gotta keep your eyes wide open. I mean, you don't have to wait, like, until you're fully an adult for that, to have to deal with those things, but you know, as you get older and you start getting more independent and stuff, and you get more freedoms, it's just like, you can't be naive anymore and careless. Yeah. So, okay, I guess it just depends on the story. If we see the ending or not, if it makes a difference. We even had time to say goodbye. Will you really fulfill the promise you made to her? What? Mr. Robert says to me from around that shakes his head. Guess you were just brushing her off. Don't worry about her. Just keep going. Wow. I mean, what do you want her to do? What do you want her to tell the child? No, we're not gonna see each other again. Sorry. Like, just lie to her, I guess. Maybe she'll forget. She's not gonna forget about the day. She's not that young, but like, she'll move on with her life. Behind the last door, Sleeping Beauty slumbers peacefully in a castle surrounded by thorny brambles. You know, reading that reminds me I need to go back to Twisted Wonderland and finish the 7th book. Or, you know, watch the video. I've been watching the YouTube video because I'm behind in the story in my actual game. I just watched a video on YouTube and I caught up with the translations they had for the Japanese version. So I'm pretty sure it probably updated by now. That's really strange. Alice never needed anyone's help. She always solves problems on her own. Alice? So are you telling me that Alice might be the cause for this? Maybe, perhaps. I'm just saying. I'm speculating. I did see a picture of somebody behind the MC, I guess, at the end, so, like, grabbing them, so, and it looked like the Mad Hatter, so maybe it's them? Okay, we're going to Sleeping Beauty's world. The majestic castle is nestled deep within the forest. My thoughts wander through the thorny brambles surrounding me as I turn to Mr. Rabbit. How should we deal with these brambles? Don't worry, I came prepared this time. He takes out a frying pan and a croquet mallet from behind him. Okay, we're entering the castle. The heavy door creaks open and a cloud of dust engulfs me, making it possible for me to open my eyes. I suppose you haven't touched this door. I'm gonna stand up for a little bit. You know what I could do? What I should really, I should get like one of those standing deaths. That would be freaking great. When Sleeping Beauty wakes up, the spell will be broken. They will wake up too. What if I said I've never watched Sleeping Beauty? Like I've never seen the movie. Oh my gosh. Just adds an extra layer of confusion when I play Twisted Wonderland. I just know the bare minimums about the story. The soft carpet absorbs the sound of our footsteps as we walk up the stairs. We finally locate Sleeping Beauty's bedroom among the many rooms. Okay. She sleeps on a grand bed adorned with curtains, her face serene and unaware of the world outside her chamber. The surroundings are so quiet that I can't help but lower my voice. Next, how are you going to wake her up? Wake up! I just start shaking her. Wake up! Get up! Wake up! How should we wake her up? I don't know, I feel weird kissing people. The idea of kissing someone, oop, my bad. Kissing someone while they're asleep. I picked this one because I was just pressing shit randomly. Think of another method. No matter how I try to wake Sleeping Beauty, her eyes remain tightly closed as if she's immersed in a sweet dream. Well, I guess there's no other way. I walk to the side of the bed and gently lean down towards Sleeping Beauty. Almost at the same time, I hear a strange sound coming from outside the window. What happened? I'll go take a look. I turn around and look at the window. The sound is getting closer. Hello? This face also looks kind of familiar. I heard they used AI here on the hand, so I'm gonna point it out because someone said it, and I noticed it. I noticed once they said it, I was like, wait, and I zoomed in, and it's like, yeah, you can tell the hands are all fucked up. Oh my god. Just makes you want to shake your head. Can't you at least fix it properly? Shouldn't even be using AI in the first place. Wait a moment, you mean in the story you've heard, despite being blessed with the most wonderful qualities in the world, I have to wait for a prince to awaken me with a kiss? That's right. Although there are different versions of your story, the essence remains the same. And people will willingly accept this kind of ending. Well, you see, consider this, guys. Consider this. Did you consider that? Well, when you say it like that, it sounds nuts. I don't know. People just like romance, I guess. It is kind of weird though. Also, some of the versions of the story are like way worse. Way worse. I'm not gonna get into it if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. But also I could be thinking, wait, I think I'm confusing it with Snow White actually. So yeah. Oh, your highness. The awakened handyman maiden tightly embraces Sleeping Beauty, burying her face in her shoulder as she cries. It's okay now, it's all over, everything has passed. I remember that day. I got up in the morning and prepared breakfast for you. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't wake you up. I was really worried, and the fairy appeared and told me not to worry. She said there was a way to help you, and the fairy told me the same thing. I had the carriage ready for you that morning, the day before. You said you wanted to visit his and her majesty. The king of the neighboring kingdom wanted to arrange a marriage between his prince and me. After my father rejected him, he sought help from a fairy. The fairy put me to sleep with magic. Okay, so this is a different version of the story, kind of. Or maybe a different... Not... Or maybe this is a different version of a story that already exists, and I just don't know about it. The fairy put me to sleep with magic, but lied to my father that it was a spell to protect me from the wicked fairies. Curse. Huh. A different twist on this story. She said that only the prince's kiss could awake. Oh, ew! Once the prince saves me, he'll be able to marry me and seize my kingdom. That's really creepy. Like, holy crap. That's manipulative. You know what I'm saying. Manipulative. It is my responsibility as a princess, but I failed to protect my people. Instead, they were forced to separate from their families and sleep here with me meaninglessly. Well, how long have you been asleep? Your Highness, I know, Mia. It's pointless to dwell on what has already happened, so we need to focus on what's important right now. Damn, how long has it been since you fell asleep? Okay, so they're not like dead. It's not like okay. Twitter Wonderland spoilers. If anyone has plays that game, if they're somehow watching this, it's not like Silver being left in that castle for who knows how many years. Like I don't know. I think it was like maybe 200 years or was it 100 years? I don't know how many years, but I think it was at least 100 years. Just sleeping in that castle alone. Understood. I'll get the horse ready right away. How are y'all gonna leave? Yeah, exactly. Leave it to me. I happen to be pruning the garden when the fairy cast a spell. No plant can withstand my shears by yourself. Thank you for waking me up. As much as I want to say you're welcome, more than that, I want to thank you for allowing me to get to know the real you. Sleeping Beauty strides confidently into the radiant light, and her loyal subjects follow in her footsteps. Sick. Sick. That's pretty sick. Like in a good way. Not bad sick. The chandelier-lit hall feels strangely lonely as Mr. Rabbit and I make our way towards the final door. So this is the last one. I'm sorry if I'm overstepping, but I sense a different tone in your voice compared to before. It sounds like there's some reluctance. Is it that obvious? Whether it's Cinderella, Red Riding Hood, or Sleeping Beauty, they all exist in the beautiful memories of my childhood. I never imagined I'd actually meet them one day. How do you perceive the worlds you see as stories? Do you regard them merely as unrealistic fantasies with no belief in their reality? It's not quite like that. Aren't they their own world? Oh, getting some lore on MC. As a child, I genuinely believed that the worlds depicted in fairy tales were real. Those romantic, fantastical realms filled my younger self with longing. But one day, I had a sudden realization that these were nothing more than the beautiful wishes of their creators. This moment of understanding is what people often refer to as growth. However, when I actually encountered a protagonist from a fairy tale, or rather, when I stepped into their world, my previous beliefs underwent yet another transformation. I'm unsure how to respond to Mr. Rabbit's question. Why are you suddenly asking me about this? The rabbit hole is just filled with curiosity. He retrieves his pocket. Curiouser and curiouser? Mr. Rabbit is surprisingly strong. After a few moments, Snow White suddenly begins coughing violently and spits out a back piece of apple. Oh, I was not expecting her to look like that. Huh. Cough, cough, cough. She actually came back to life? I mean, if they gave her black hair, she would look too much like their Cinderella. Her returning to life is just the beginning of this rabbit hole. From past experiences, I've learned that these ladies need more than just coming back to life. Okay. Why they give me an option? What's the option there for if it's only one? Snow White looks perplexed. So you're saying that the queen has always wanted me dead because she wants to be the most beautiful person in the world? Ah. I'm just thinking about Vil. I'm just thinking about Vil. Sorry, Twister Wonderland just ruined me. Like, whenever I see any type of fairy tales, I just think about them, you know, instead of the actual movies. Ah. By now, the magic mirror should already know that you're not dead. It's just a matter of time before the queen finds you. So my suggestion is for you to make the first move. Are you suggesting that I fight back? I would just punch her. Just punch her. Like, okay, that's kind of asking a lot for, you know, this type of person to just deck someone in the face. I've never decked anyone in the face, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but like, I think if someone tries to murder you, you gotta get a little violent. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. You probably have to get a little violent with them because they just tried to kill you, or they did kill you, but somehow you came back, apparently. It's up to you to decide how we proceed next. Whether to return to the capital or escape further into the forest. Snow White blinks, and tears gather on her eyelashes before falling to the ground. In the Queen Mary carriage. I love this little... I like this carriage and the little horse sounds. The horse hooves on the floor. I mean on the ground. You know. I don't know, I always just like this room. Wait! This is a little different. It doesn't have the desserts. Okay, never mind. But it's similar, I think. Or maybe they just removed the desserts. Anyway, Mr. Rabbit somehow procures a carriage and its wheels roll over to the road, kicking up a trail of dust. Return my carriage. Did you hear that? What? Someone chasing our carriage. Could it be the Queen's Guard? Oh. You little rascal. Alright, let's rest for a bit. I'll let you know when we're almost there. The carriage comes to a stop at the palace entrance. The guard at the gate is about to hail us, but he abruptly halts upon seeing Snow White. Princess? You're not dead, but the Queen clearly said you... Snow White nodded, indicating for him to continue speaking. The Queen said that you got carried away playing and ended up getting lost in the woods. And then I died in the woods. Yes. Yeah. I'll explain this later, but... I'm back now. By the way, where is my father? His Majesty is still waiting for the Queen to go to the banquet together. Does he not give a fucking shit? Is he brainwashed or he just doesn't care? Man. If my father doesn't believe me, who knows? He loves and trusts her so much. Well, at least talk to him if you can. Maybe he does care. I don't know. I wasn't expecting her to look like this. You know, I'm thinking about the Queen from the story. She has a completely different style than this. Well, not from the story, from the movie. Okay, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Of course it's you. No, wait. What's the problem? No, wait, it's the fairest of them all. Isn't she dead? With a loud bang, the Queen knocks down the magic mirror, but it remains intact. If she's still alive, how is it possible that she's still alive? I worked so hard to make the poison apple and finally managed to trick her into eating it. The sound of shattering continues as the Queen smashes everything on the table to the ground, vases, teacups, powder boxes. Are we not gonna see the dwarves in this story? Are they not gonna know that Snow White's not dead? Or does it not matter? At the same time, the magic mirror lying on the side suddenly shines brightly, continuing to bewitch with its murmuring voice. Yes, that's right. Is my queen angry, jealous? Then kill her. Kill her again. If you kill her, you will be the most beautiful woman. Whoa, why is the magic mirror saying all this stuff? I thought the magic mirror was just like a freaking inanimate, well, you know, not, and it is inanimate, but it just has magic and can just answer questions, like talking into Google. Asking Google a question. Why is it saying all this? She is right here, right in this palace. Is that evil mirror? She is thinking with her beautiful head and tidying her dress with her snow white hands. Jeez Louise. Getting inside of her ear. Getting inside her head like fucking... You're in her ear, you're in her ear. Oh my god. Something's not right. Oh no, she's going to look for Snow White. We'll all go stop her. What the fuck? That shit. That mirror was like instigating stuff. What the hell are you doing? I don't have that dress, but I would like to change my clothes. So let's go. Cause I got a whole different vibe going right now. So many makeups. Whoa. I feel like it's very out there. Just, I don't know. It feels like it's not bad, but like it feels kind of messed up. Like it's too bright for my character. Which one was it? Like these two kind of feel like they're too bright. Like if I could change, lower the, like, make it more clear, that would be great. Then it would be useful, but it's just kind of too much. I like this makeup actually. I feel since the eyeshadow is kind of really bright, the blush isn't too bad. It feels like it belongs. Oh jeez. I don't even know what to say about this one, to be honest. Like, even if the makeup color was, I can't, what is this? Like, get this shit out of here. I can't remove these stars if you're not gonna make them look nice, you know? Or if it's gonna get distorted too much. Just get rid of it. I don't know if anyone can even use this makeup. Like, if there's someone out there who can use this after the freaking doll update, customization update, then please let me know, cause I don't know. It seems like, I don't know if it's just my doll skin, that's why, or if it's just useless cause all our eyes aren't the same shape anymore. Okay, I'm gonna go with this, it's fine. Let's go, I haven't been on this too long. This is fine enough. I just wanted my character to look nice. Okay, let's go. For the next part of the story. Who let you in? Get out! It seems like she intentionally sent the guard away, not wanting anyone else to know about the existence of the magic mirror. I gather my thoughts and, in a moment of urgency, spontaneously weave a lie. Your Majesty, the king asked me to inform you that the time for tonight's banquet has been brought forward, so please get ready in advance. No, tell the king that I need more time to prepare. But you no longer have any business here, so get out! Get out! Before I can come up with another excuse, a voice resonates from the ground. No, no! Are you Snow White? No, you're not. But you are even more beautiful than Snow White. Oh shit. Tell me who is the fairest of them all. It's her. No, that's not right. But she's not Snow White. How bizarre, but I can only answer Snow White. What's going on? What are you blabbering about? There's something strange about this magic mirror. Just as I'm about to speak. Just take a hammer to it, honestly. Well, it didn't break when it fell on the ground, so I guess that wouldn't work, but you know, I would still try. Just as I'm about to speak, I hear a loud thud. The Queen's fierce eyes suddenly look dazed. She slowly collapses to reveal her rabbit, Mr. Rabbit standing behind her. Did he just knock her out with a candlestick in his hand? What did you do? Don't worry, I know killing her won't solve the problem, but we can always knock her out, right? This rabbit is something else. The magic mirror lies motionless on the ground. Without the queen, it looks no different from an ordinary mirror. What are you going to do? Throw it away, or perhaps just burn it, smash it? Okay, so I can break you. Only the people who trust you, or rather the people who are influenced by you, can't break you. Oh, damn, the freaking mirror already hypnotized me in 5 seconds. Yes, who's calling me? Wake up! Come over here, come to me. Very well, I'll go to your side. See your true self if you wish. You can become the most beautiful woman in the world. Uh-oh. I'm being taken away. No. No. Suddenly, my brain feels as if it's been struck by a subtle electric current, and the enchanting memories turn to piercing insect. What? Chirps. What? No, I don't want to. You will come to love them. Vanity, greed. That's the true nature of the human heart. They can give you the most wonderful experiences. But every word it speaks, the insect chirps become more piercing. The beautiful fantasies that were once there gradually fade away, leaving me with only a splitting headache. The title of the most beautiful woman in the world isn't merely a label imposed by you. I don't know. I don't need something like this. All I want is to just be myself. Ow! Suddenly the misty world is torn apart. I'm not gonna lie, those bright lights in my eye. Suddenly the misty world is torn open. And light rushes in like water, gradually tearing apart the fog of illusions. I find myself standing in the same bedroom. The magic mirror is propped up with the queen laying by its side, while Mr. Rabbit is glancing at me anxiously. I feel like I've been bewitched by the magic mirror. Again? Another change. I'm still dressed in the queen's clothes, but I'm no longer captivated by it. Instead, behind me, the polite and courteous white rabbit has transformed into a man. The man wears a tall back hat, and half of his face is hidden in the shadow. He silently watches me through the dimly glowing mirror. Not scary at all. I turn around in surprise and meet Miss Rabbit's questioning gaze. Are you alright? Is that mirror still bothering you? What is happening? What the fuck? Wait a minute. If I tell you a secret, can you let me off? You know, sometimes I like a clown freak. I shouldn't call him a clown freak, but he kind of looks like one. What? Okay, so it's the king. Was adored by the people. The king harbors resentment towards her, which extends to Snow White. When he married the current king, he worried that the past will repeat itself, so he used me to control her. And has the queen obsessed over her own appearance and ignited her jealousy towards Snow White, so she won't have time for anything else. Anyway, I've been trying to change the king's mind, but he refuses to listen to me. You're only saying that to save yourself. That's all the way you spoke to the queen earlier. Even if this is the king's idea, you're undoubtedly an accomplice. So it's like a sentient mirror. It's not just a... Well, I don't know if the magic mirror in the original story was sentient. I know the one in the Shrek is sentient. I stopped listening to his excuses and smashed the magic mirror on the ground. That's insane, actually. If it's sentient, we just murdered somebody, kind of, technically. Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Still wondering about the guy in the mirror. Like, I know the outfits, the current outfit, the outfit that I wanted to get, but I couldn't because I didn't have enough diamonds and I wasn't willing to spend over $50. Like, I tried to do the math and it was looking like I was gonna have to spend like $100 and I was just like, no, it's not happening. Unfortunate. Because I really wanted the outfit, it looked nice. I wanted those giant ass scissors. It was the queen who saved us. Oh! Turns out the perfect stories we heard in our childhood have a different ending. Cinderella used her nimble fingers to weave her own freedom, while Red Riding Hood is capable of defeating the big bad wolf without the hunter's help. And as for Sleeping Beauty, she could have always lived a happy and joyful life. What kind of life would truly be perfect for them? Okay, so we were in Alice's world. Mr. Rabbit, who was behind me, has vanished without trace. Wait, that's Mr. Rabbit. Wait. Wait, no. Right. My esteemed queen and king, the person you requested has arrived. You just changed. Am I allowed to say what I want to say? I can't. A part of me feels ashamed, but why? I don't know. I think he looks good. I pressed it. Whoa, wait, what? I'm Alice. What? In Alice's story, she faces absurd accusations and injustice due to her dispute with the Queen of Hearts. But how did I become Alice? And why did Mr. Rabbit turn into the Mad Hatter? What is happening? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's happening here? Is there some sort of misunderstanding? No, it can't be. He has been calling me my name all this time. I'm not... What? Interesting, interesting. Mad Hatter, are you truly mad? Why did you bring Alice back? Quiet down. Alice, Alice. Do you realize how long we've been awaiting your return? It's been, well, it's been a while since your last visit. You can tell us about it, Harold. A considerable amount of time has passed, Your Majesty. Yes, it's been a while, so let's commence the trial now. What are the charges against her again? Miss Alice, please tell us. I'm not Alice, and I didn't steal those tarts. I retired loudly, prompting whispers to ripple through the courtroom. Silence. Alice, cease your pointless arguments. All you need to do is to tell us. Why did you forget about everyone after leaving the rabbit hole? What? Forget about all of you? Is this question so difficult to answer? Why did you forget about the rabbit hole, Alice? You clearly know that I'm not Alice. Why did you bring me to the courtroom? And why did you disguise yourself as Mr. Rabbit? I'm starting to dislike your excessive curiosity. Oh shit, he kind of scary though when he smiles. Just kidding. Kind of Joker-esque a little bit. Even if you're not her. See, that just makes me want to have the outfit even more. But I can't. I can't have the outfit. This sucks, guys. Even if you're not her, you treat us people from this different world the same way she does. You think of us as absurd fantasies to be easily forgotten. He whispers in a low voice that only the two of us can hear. As for that white rabbit, he doesn't agree with what I'm doing, so I pretend to be him. This way he can be involved. You bringing in humans from a different world by distorting time and space, that's really a good idea. I should thank him for this proposal. So all of this is intentional on your part, just to deceive me and make me take the bait. You look at me with such a sad expression in your eyes. No matter what, I've put in a lot of effort. Don't I deserve a compliment? They're right, you really are mad. Why would that be? I've had many moments of doubt during this time in the rabbit hole, haven't you noticed? But later on, I realized that you would still return to your own world. Just like Alice, after the clock turns a few times, the rabbit hole would disappear from your mind without a trace. What do you want me to do about that, sir? I'm just living my life. This is no reason for you to put me on trial. I said it before. I didn't choose you, but rather you chose the rabbit hole. Alright, looks like the defendant has confessed. On the throne, the Queen of Hearts speaks again. This is ridiculous. This is a rabbit hole. Absurd, crazy, and impossible to understand with common logic. In my astonishment, I hear the Queen give her final command loud and clear. Take Alice outside. Off with her head. Little moment. Again, Twisted Wonderland, always in the back of my head. The car soldiers move in response, the sound of their armor colliding in unison. How am I supposed to prove that I'm not Alice? These people are completely unreasonable. Yes, the cake. It's the one that makes you grow in size. I push the car soldiers aside and reach for the cake on the Queen's Heart's table. Tilting my head back, I devour it in a single mouthful. You, what are you doing? You. The Queen of Hearts is so angry that her card body swells into an arch. You really are that annoying and infuriating, Alice. Quickly grab her. No need to do it outside. Chop off her head right here. And the guard soldiers rush forward, and I can even sense the icy coldness of their sword tips. Oh my god. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? Is there a big hole on the roof? Dark shadows dart in front of me, followed by the dull thuds of objects falling to the ground. I look down and see several things have fallen from the sky. A broom, scissors, a spindle, A mirror fragment? You're plain and simple, completely incomparable. Incomparable to the sharp blades in the hands of the car soldiers that picked them up. No, maybe I don't need to prove anything at all. The broom scissors, spindle, and mirror fragments seem to have been infused with an unknown magic. As soon as I hold them, I feel their power. Ridiculous, ridiculous! What can these ridiculous things do? My warriors, hurry up and capture Alice for me. But your majesty, she's growing bigger. Isn't that y'all's guy? I'd never read that story, but apparently everyone's in love with this guard. From the story, it looks like him, but slightly different. Anyways. It's then that I noticed that the ceiling is getting closer to me while the throne is getting smaller. I swing the broom in my hand to fend off the card soldiers and use the spindle and scissors to block their sharp blades. Hurry, hurry, bring her to me. Her piercing scream gets lost among the darkness. In my remaining consciousness, I see the Mad Hatter silently staring at me until his sharp gaze too vanishes into the darkness. Alice heartlessly forgot about us. Curiosity led her to the rabbit hole, and curiosity also made her choose the outside world. Is the outside really more nostalgic to her than here? No, I want to put her on trial and make her stay here forever. It goes for you too. Dude, what the hell? Hey, why did they do that? I don't want to say it, but yandere moment, kinda, low-key? No? No? I'm just saying. Do I want to do the recommended outfit though? It's gonna look like ass. Oh wait, this is the one I had before. I'm probably gonna leave it like this because I haven't done this one. Maybe I can get it, but I doubt it. Okay, I only got good. I don't have the stuff. I don't have the clothes to freaking get through or get perfect. Typical, typical. What the hell? What was that? What the what? Okay. Gifty? Gifty? Isabel? Hey, this isn't a place to be sleeping. You could catch a cold. The wind blows with a saucy dampness. I open my eyes and find myself lying on a grassy lawn by the lake. Where is the rabbit? And the Queen of Hearts, the rabbit hole, and those strange creatures? Are you feeling unwell? What are you even talking about? I'm just about to get up when I realize something's on my body. It's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Are you reading fairy tales again? As the time fairy, I must remind you that you're no longer suited to read children's books. What is she talking about? We literally go into children's... Okay, they're not children's books, but like, what's wrong with reading a fairy tale here and there? Especially since I'm constantly going into books, you know? Get off my case, Isabel. What the hell? Isabel, why do you think people who have already grown up no longer read fairy tales? Why wouldn't that be the case? They're more suitable for children, or a child's world, of course. How could those perfectly wonderful things possibly exist in reality? Is that so? I rub my heavy forehead. Only then do I realize that my whole body is sore, as if I have experienced a great battle. Can a dream be so real? Hey Gifty, come and take a look. What? Is that writing paper? It's a letter. Did you find it in the river? It seems deliberately placed there. Maybe we shouldn't look at it. I know we just put it back in the river after reading it. Come on, Gifty. The time fairy's curiosity needs to be satisfied. Did you get infected by the rabbit hole as well? What rabbit hole? Never mind. If you want to look, go ahead. Hehe, since you don't want to look, I'll read it to you, okay? Thank you for your kindness in letting me know that I can change my destiny with my own hands. In sudden realization, I disregard the soreness in my body and quickly run to Isabel's side. You just said you didn't want to look at it. Without answering, Isabel, I take the Few pieces of soaked letter paper from her hand. Okay. Thank you for your sincerity and for showing me that I can change my destiny with my own hands. If it's ever possible, I would like to make more clothes with you. Perhaps we could also attend the ball together. Cinderella, I think. Did it say Cinderella? No, but it's from Cinderella. Thank you for your bravery and for showing me that courage can fend off darkness. I've since learned how to use a hunting rifle. Heck yeah! Good. Thank you. That's perfect. Don't forget, you promised me that you will come back to see me. Foreshadowing for a possible story? I'm only saying this because I would like to see the Mad Hatter again because I'm not well. Thank you for your kindness. You're a true princess for cutting through the brambles and waking me up. I'm not the best with words, so just don't forget about me. Okay. Thank you for your cleverness. You saved not only me, but my mother as well. I want to tell you that I've now become the queen, while my mother assists me in governing the kingdom. My subjects are the best. They trust and support me. I really wish you could see the kingdom under my rule. Will you ever return? Okay, it just seems like they're leaving the door open. I would like an actual full story, but like, what else is there to say, really? I guess you could do a sequel, but I don't know. Gifty, are you crying? I shake my head and quickly wipe the corners of my eyes, then flip through the 4 pages of letter again. Since you're interested, there's another page left. Ooh, gimme. I take it in puzzlement, flipping it over to the side with writing on it. Thank you for your curiosity and for allowing me to always accompany you. Perhaps one day I will go back to the rabbit hole to take a look. Who says things must come to a close after the ending? These little ends. the backslash ends. So just stay with me, okay? No matter how long it takes or whether you've grown up. The lake sparkles under the sunlight as the children play by the water, leave golden shadows in their wake. I think Alice has never forgotten the rabbit hole. Hey, are you just leaving like this? Wait for me. There's still one more page here. Forget it, I'll read it myself. We will meet again. From the Mad Hatter. Hey yo, don't say that if you're not gonna be serious. Y'all say all sorts of things. Where's Shadow of London? It's been years. Guys, don't promise me things if you don't actually mean it. Unexpected encounter. It has to be a hint, guys, for a story. What else would it be? But also they say shit all the time. And then they'll take like 50 years to actually fucking do it. Ugh. I want it to be real though. I just want these eyes to be blank. I need it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me it. I want the eyes. Yes. No. Just give me the eyes. I'm not gonna be able to get anything else. I just want eyes that are dark for fucking once. Or on the darker side. I wanted this Mad Hatter outfit. This is so unfair. And now I want it even more.
Maybe I'll go for a run.
Well, the story was pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I was expecting to like it. Everyone's saying that they liked the story, so if everyone's saying that, there's a pretty good chance that I'm also going to like it. I literally like Swan Lake, so that's how you can tell that my standards are a little bit lower than the average person's. But like, is Swan Lake really that bad? I don't think it's bad. I like the characters. I like Odwin a lot, so to me that it's a good story. Just cause, or at least it's fun for me. Cause it feels like I'm romancing the edgelord guy, edgelord sorcerer who hates everyone, and then we get married, and it's great.
Just like my friends. I will cherish every.
Let me finish. I gotta make sure I do all these. Oh, Give gifts. I need to do this. But yeah, it was a good story. It was fine. My throat is hoarse now or it feels rough because I just spoke for so long. And I don't know if I'm gonna do anything like this again because sheesh. I haven't read the story, by the way. Perhaps I will read it at some point. I'm not really worried about it, to be honest. I'm not really into the guys. I like the girl though. I think she's cute. I'm not really into guys who are super buff like this, even though I play one in Hell's Bad, but y'all know my favorite character is Paimon, and he is like the slimmest guy there. One of the slimmest guys. What's her name? Celine. I like her. She's cute. I like her style. I wanted her outfit, but again, don't got hundreds of dollars to put into this game. I'll put in I'll drop some cash every once in a while, but I can't do it every time, and the events are they're like back to back always. You can't catch a break. You really can't. Anyways, take me here. Let me roll for this real quick.
I heard cleaning sparks joy.
I heard cleaning sparks joy. I don't know about that. I mean, once you're finished and your house is nice, then I guess it can be relaxing too, depending on your mood. Collect the fashion booster. I got the last fashion booster outfit. I wanted the background, but I don't know where to get it. I'm not really worried about this. I don't think it's that. Like, the dress is kind of... It's not similar, super similar, but like, it has kind of a similar shape to a different dress. So I'm not really caring about it. Or wanting it that bad. The hair is nice though. Very pretty. Reminds me of Gogurt. Anyways.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from this.
I am done. Pretty much. Yeah, I think I'm done. I want to get ready for bed because it's 11 p.m. and I'm tired. What is this? Title? What does this mean? Book lever. Obtained by completing 10 stories at 100%, excluding DLCs. I did? I don't remember doing that. Anyway, put this back. Okay. I'm so done. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good story. It's fine. Some parts had me raising an eyebrow. I hope they bring the Mad Hatter back because there's something wrong with me. And I think he's hot. What else can I say? I must say I don't have the outfit even more now. And I like the little twist they did on the story. Though part of me feels like, you know, no, actually, I think it's just fine. I think the story is fine. The way that they did the stories are fine. I don't have any griefs, like problems with them. Because both stories can exist. The originals can exist, and these can exist. And it's fine. You can like both, or you can't. It's really, it's fine. It's fine. If you like it, you like it. We don't have to go into what is it? What would be a good word to say? The implications or whatever. Like, you know, when people do a twist on a story or change the story and people are like, are you implying that this and this? It's like, it's fine. It's just a different take on the story. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, you're saying that women can't find romance or that. I think it's whatever. And I kind of like it. A little change, you know. Seeing the characters try to, how do I put it, be the heroes. Seeing these women being the heroes of their own story, it's kind of nice in my opinion. So, yeah, okay. I'm out of here. I'm gonna put my little thingy and get out of here. If anyone sees this at any point, thanks for watching to this point, or thanks for being here if you were here. I might edit this later. Okay, bye.